Let's get to it.
YouTube, what is going on, Glorious Guardians? Table Sean back at it with some Destiny, and I can finally bring you my review of the Thunderlord Exotic LMG, HMG, I don't know, whatever you guys call it. I'm used to saying LMG from my COD days, but heavy machine gun, okay? And finally got it because this is going to complete my exotic collections. Now, I got them all, so let's get into it. Is it worth the wait? Is it worth all the depression I went through seeing them dropped over and over? I'm going to say yay and nay. I've got kind of some mixed reviews in this thing, and I'm also, as always, curious to hear from what you guys have to say, because I guarantee 99% of you out there have had this thing for a while before old Shawnee had to buy it from Sir, so I didn't earn it. I bought it. Alright, so now first off, in PvP, this thing is ridiculous. Okay, I absolutely love it. The only problem is that I don't like wasting an exotic slot for a heavy. Okay, I'm usually using my Vex Terrific class, Red Death, Thorn, and let's see what else do I use for it. Oh, Hawk Moon, of course, and Last Word. So, you know, I'm an auto rifle guy, right? And right now the auto rifles are pretty much unusable in PvP. So what I've actually been doing is I bought this time on target. You know what? I'm actually going to link his video in the description. One of my clan members, Apex Chris, he did a great review on it. Totally sold me on it, and I bought it. It's a great pulse rifle you could just buy straight from the Vanguard. It's got great perks already, and you could just use this thing and then use that for your primary, and then use this as your exotic slot for your heavy. But I think it's safe to say that we know, that Bungie knows, that the auto rifles are definitely unusable in PvP now. So I see myself using Thunderlord way more if and when they ever buff the auto rifles. Because when it comes to PvP, I don't really like to noob tube, unless I get the bounty, but even then, I can't stand doing it. I get way more kills when I use a heavy machine gun. My favorite one right now, legendary-wise, are the Deviant Gravity A's, and I say that plural because I got two of them, and both of them have rodeo, one of them's got crowd control. Deviant Gravity A is kind of like a cross between, it's not as slow as an Against All Odds, and it's not as fast as, say, like the Song of Ryu or something like that, where it's got a really fast fire rate but no impact and tons of recoil. Love those Deviant Gravity A's. If you haven't got a chance, I didn't do a review or anything on them, but if you get a chance, try to go buy one from Dead Orbit. Jesus Christ. Okay, so let's go in and take a look at how this bad boy compares to some of the other LMGs, HMGs, oh god, whichever one you guys call it, and then I'll also go through the perks and everything. Okay, so let's have a look and do some comparisons. So there's my time on target, but I forgot to mention before, corrective measure. Alright, I absolutely love that thing in PvP. I think, even though it's got a really high rate of fire, it's just a laser beam with, in terms of stability, even though it's not the greatest in impact and range, I don't know, for me, I down people so fast with that thing. I also still have my old beloved Zombie Apocalypse. That might be something I upgrade to 365 also, but I think corrective measure beforehand. So if you compare it to Against All Odds, so a little bit of a higher fire rate than Against All Odds, but you get a little more impact with Against All Odds. Not that much of a big deal. Now, when we compare it to Deviant Gravity A, you can see same rate of fire, same impact, just the range is a lot less on the Deviant Gravity A. But I got my stability maxed out in it because of the drop version I got has perfect balance plus rodeo. The thing is just amazing in PvP. Now, when I compare it to Yolder's Hammer, see, Yolder's Hammer hits a little harder, has a little more range, but I don't know what it is. The aim down sight really throws me off on both of my Yolder's Hammers. It just feels so slow and clunky for some reason. So let's go into the perks. And in my opinion, on this exotic, all the perks are damn good. You have so much to choose from in that middle tree. So Feeding Frenzy is the first one, so after you get a kill, you can reload it really fast, which is great, because a lot of the HMGs, I feel like they reload so slow. Now, lightning round, so the longer you fire the weapon, the more accurate and the faster it shoots. I guess a bunch of you guys said that there's a hidden Firefly perk. Now, most of you guys said also, use Field Scout with lightning rounds, because you get 60 rounds, and the longer you can fire it, obviously the more accurate and the faster you'll get. But I don't know, if I don't use perfect balance, it just totally throws my aim off. But I gotta say, in that middle section there between Field Scout, Flared Magwell, and also perfect balance, I mean, you've got some really good choices. I don't go with Flared Magwell because once you have Feeding Frenzy, it's going to reload really quickly anyway. And you can go with Accurized Ballistics. I tend to go with either Linear Compensator or Field Choke, just to really minimize. Again, Bad Aim's McGillicuddy, I like it as stable as possible. Now, I don't really have any PvE clips because I got some really good clips for PvP, so I'm just showing them off. But I think, okay, my overall opinion is that it owns in PvP. But I'm probably not going to be using it in PvP until they buff the auto rifles, okay? Because right now it's just time on target is really the only legendary that I'm semi-good with, okay? I have to use Vex, I have to use Red Death, I got to use Thorn, I got to use Hawk Moon or even Last Word. I need an exotic in that primary slot. Now, in PvE, it actually does work pretty well because I love using, I've said this a number of times, I love using my Abyss Defiant. Okay, that's my favorite legendary gun for all my rock strikes because of the perks on it and the fact that it does solar damage and focus fire. So, but again, if I'm going to be running Abyss Defiant, playing a rock strike or weekly or anything like that, I'm going to put Yellowhorn, in my heavy spot, so that'll take up that exotic. So I don't know, I see this being more useful in PvP once they buff the auto rifles, for me at least. I don't know, you guys tell me in the comment section how you guys are using this. Do you guys use it in PvE much? Do you use it in PvP? And if you use it in PvP, what are you using for your primary? Because I forgot to mention, I also tried using this with my Red Hand 9, my beloved explosive round Red Hand 9, and also Timur's Lash. I don't know, just ever since this last patch, the only hand cannons I could use is Hawk Moon, Last Word, or Red Death. I don't know, when I try to use Red Hand 9, I used to do so well with that thing, but not anymore. So here I am just crouch walking, trying to get some kills here, and in full battle mode. So drop a like in this video, only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa. Check out my stream, links in the description, share it if you enjoyed it, and that's it. You stay beautiful, Guardians.